What's up, guys? It's Philly215 here, and today we're playing Splinter Blacklist, the final mission, Site F on Perfectionist difficulty. Okay, so you're gonna start off in this area. You want to just hug this cover right here. Wait for that heavily armed guard to walk by, and then you can make your way on up into the location that I'm going now. You want to watch out because the red lights on top of that building in front of us are snipers, so you want to be careful of that. Once you get right here, revert to last checkpoint because that'll start everything up nice and pristine like. It'll have that heavily armed guard there. Once he walks away, you can make your way around the building and up this ladder. I decide not to take the snipers out up here because it gives you a better overall score if you just don't disturb people. Okay, drop down into this room right here, open up the girder right there, open up this other one. I'm going to speed it up here again because these guys just chit-chat forever. Alright, so the heavily armed guard's going to chill out right there in that doorway for a little bit, speeding it up. Okay, so once he finally ends up turning around right here, you want to look at the guy in the middle right there. Okay, once he turns around, then you'll be good to go. Me, I walked a little too fast and caught the attention of one of them, so I infiltrated the base right here. I infiltrated the bunker. Okay, so that guy thankfully didn't see me. But just take your time there, that won't happen. Okay, so now I'm going to speed it up again here, because all you got to do is make your way back out the front door. Almost kind of got seen right there. Okay, speeding it up, walk your way back out. Be careful though, because that heavily armed guard is still out here and he's doing his rounds. So you want to be careful for him. Come down here, and then once you get to the stopped gigantic fan, whatever you like to call it, you'll come down here, and this is where it gets a little tricky. There's a bunch of lasers all over the place. Wait for that laser to not be in your way. Make your way over to the ladder. Once the laser on the underside of the ladder goes by you, you can then make your way down. You're going to want to stand on that ledge right there just because the laser goes back and forth, and if you just hang out there, it will trigger an alarm. Okay, so once it goes back, you could shimmy your way on into the next air duct. Okay. So once in here, nothing to worry about in this section. You could then make your way down and then into the next air duct. Okay, so this is where it gets real James Bond-like. You want to come out of this air duct, and you only have to worry about two lasers so far. You need to worry about the laser to your right and the laser underneath the ledge that you're standing on. The laser to the right really isn't a big problem. It's the laser underneath. So what you're going to need to do is wait for the laser underneath to go by you. Then you could hang on this ledge, move around, switch sides on the ledge with the pipe, and then come back around. But make sure to be quick because that laser is making its rounds back towards you. I almost got caught right there. Once the laser turns back around, you can then go down again. Be careful on the ladder because there is another laser underneath the ladder. Make your way into the air duct, and then you're pretty much done with the lasers. Okay, so I'm speeding it up here again. Come out of the air duct, make sure you're crouched, and go underneath the, whatever you'd like to call it, the flooring right here. We're going to walk by a couple of guards. Okay, so you get 100 points for exploration here. Open this door and take the guard out right here. I have a non-lethal takedown there. I get him with sleeping gas. I pick up his body so nobody gets alerted and nobody sees what's going on here. And I move him right on along. You want to keep eyes on your radar as well because there is a guy, that's why I stop right here, there is a guy that walks by. I want to make sure that he's out of the way. I'm speeding it up. The guy that walked by is actually going to end up going in a square, so he's going to come towards us again. Once this guy gets in range, you can then take him out. He's the only guy that's pretty much going to be making rounds anywhere where the bodies could be found. So once you take him out, you want to move to the left here. Be careful because there is a guard with those night vision goggles, so he can see you even in the darkness, so you have to be in cover. So I waited out. Wait for this guy to start like doing some weird stuff. He's going to be like turning around, doing that right there. I actually take cover in the wrong spot than I wanted to. I wanted to take cover right there. Okay, so he's pretty much turned around. You can then make your way into this room. Pay attention to the radar. This guard has just made his way into this room here. He goes in and out of the room that we just walked by, so if he's not in that location, he will be. Take him out. Move up here, but quickly take cover because that door does open and I was spotted before when I didn't know. on my first playthrough about that guard. I'm speeding it up here again. I use a noisemaker here. Once he stands back up, I throw it in the elevator. He ends up going in the elevator anyway, but I throw it just so that he stays in there a little bit longer and investigates what's going on so that I can make it my way by him. Jump over that ledge and then jump on top of the elevator. And once you're on top of the entire plaza here, you're going to want to hang off the side of the ledge right here and make your way to the left. And then you can jump back up over the railing or towards the railing. I wasn't quite familiar with this area. I did it real quick on my first playthrough, so that's why I look like I don't really know exactly what I'm doing fully. Get to the grappling rope, whatever you like to call it. Move along right here, and then you could drop down to this ledge. Now I messed up a little bit. I thought that you could hack this component on the switched side, which you can't, so I had to switch back over. Hack this component, and then after doing that, you could then switch sides. Speeding it up here again because I didn't quite remember where I had to go. I ended up going up here. There's nothing up there. Come back down, switch sides where the pipe is, and get on the ladder. Be careful because there are 2 more lasers sneaking about, but once they're out of your way, you can slide down the ladder. Okay, so jump over that railing back onto the ledge, jump up onto the platform, and then you can jump down again onto another ledge. Be careful though, be quick because you will be spotted because you're in the light. Okay, so now you're in the darkness. Up here, watch out because there's a full room of people there, so you want to be careful of that. Okay, jump down here. Directly in the middle of this ledge that I'm hanging on, there is an intel, a dead ops, that you can collect if you haven't already. Okay, so I'm waiting for the coast to be clear here. It's honestly personal judgment. There is a guard that makes his rounds like literally underneath of where we're hanging, but I don't see him anywhere in sight right now. He'll be pretty noticeable because he'll walk right under you. I don't see him. I say the coast is clear. Everybody has their back turned. So I jump down. Watch out because that light right there is a camera. Okay, so go into this vent area right here, right next to the ledge we just jumped off of. And look at your radar. Make sure you pay attention to your radar. The guard that's farthest away from us, you want to make sure you keep an eye on him on the radar. Once he moves close to you, then that is your opportunity to sit tight and wait for him to come into your line of sight, which in just a moment, waiting for it, there he is to the right. He then turns around. That's your moment to move. Move to the left here. Try and be quick. Okay. So pretty much once through there, you can jump right up along that wall into another air duct, and then jump down into the next portion of this map. You will hit a checkpoint here. Night vision goggles do not work here. Move right into this room to your right, and then into this, into underneath the flooring area. Come along here, and then jump back up as soon as possible. Move to your left into the air duct. Don't take the door. And then your first right, you're going to want to make sure... Well, actually, you can go either way. I went straight here, but I usually go right. You get an extra 100 points for exploration. But either way, they both lead to pretty much the same area. Take out a sleeping gas grenade and aim it just right because there's 2 guards underneath you talking. That'll knock them out. You can then drop down in here, place the first virus into this computer, and that's 1 down, 2 more to go. Okay, so you're going to want to move over towards this door, but stay behind the wall because there is a guard and one of those thermal bots that move along the ground area. I don't know if you remember what I'm talking about, but they're like little robots that patrol. Once they both move away from you, takes a little bit, so I sped it up there. Once they're both moving away from you, jump up onto this pipe here. You're going to speed it up again here. You can pretty much move on top of this guard, wait for him to move away and the camera to not look at you, and that'll be your time and moment to jump down, almost in the line of sight of the camera. Okay, so come down to the left of the steps here and hug this wall. Wait for this guy to stop fiddling with the camera here, and then you can make your move on that guard right there. Okay, so you want to wait because that guy is going to turn to his right, so you don't want to take him out just yet. Now, of course, when I'm recording, I happen to mess up. I take this guard out right here. I do a non-lethal takedown. Then I go to shoot him, and of course, when I'm recording, I miss. but I get him again, and I actually check my score here, and my score is still perfectly fine. I didn't get any reduced points for that. Okay, so implant the second virus, and after doing that, this is personal preference. I just closed the door up here because there is that guard that hangs out, and I don't want him to look into this room, so I closed the door just to be safe. Go into this door to the left where he took out the first guard, move up these steps, and then right to the left here there will be another like vent area that you could go underneath the floor. Okay, so there's going to be a heavily armed guard that walks by. If he's hasn't walked by, or you were too late and he's doing his rounds back, I would just say to wait it out because you do get better points when you don't disrupt anybody. Go into the vent at the very end of the hallway here. I'm going to speed it up again just because I wanted to play it safe, and I wanted to make sure that the guard had then come in here and then went back out before I made a move. Okay, so once he leaves, come into this room. Watch out, there is another guard to the left here. You can check him out on your map. Okay, take cover on this desk, and I'm actually going to speed it up again here after I activate night vision. Wait for the guard to then move over towards the doorway. Once he's at the doorway, then you can implant the second virus. Okay, now that's done. Now move over to the left here. There is another vent, and then you can make your way out of the room here. Alright. So once out of the room, then come around this corner. Be careful because this heavily armed guard does make his rounds here. I almost got seen there. Taking cover. Make sure that that guard goes back on the inside like we first seen and first fast forward it when going into that room. Make sure he goes into that room and then take this air duct, and then you can plant the last and final virus here. Okay. So then that'll lock down all systems. That'll actually activate a long cutscene. After the cutscene, you'll be in this snowy area. As soon as it gives you the option, you want to take out this guard that has a gun pointed to the back of your head, and snipers will take out everybody else. So take him out. Everybody else will get shot. Then run on up to where, I actually forget the guy's name, but he's holding Briggs. It's not coming to me just yet. Briggs is alright. Run over to him. That'll activate a short cutscene. He'll say, go on ahead, I'm fine. Okay, so then wait a little longer. You don't have to move anywhere. It'll activate another cutscene. After the cutscene, you're going to want to stay in the dark at all times. This guy is trigger happy. The second he sees you, it's going to be just shit hitting the fan. So every time it's dark, make sure that you move cover only when it's dark. Like when the power lights up, you don't want to move. So pretty much just mimic how I'm playing it right here. So I'm waiting every time for the power to go out and then move to boxes. So the power lights up, I don't want to move. It goes 1, 2, and then 3, then you move. Okay, so I move to this final box, move to the left a little bit of the box because this guy's going to run again. Then you can move to the next cover. And be careful because this guy really can see you very easily. Come in back of him and grab him, and then it'll trigger this kind of mini cutscene. You're going to fight over the pistol. Aim it towards his shoulder and shoot. And then he's going to pretty much just knee you in the chest. That'll feel awesome. Once Sam Fisher realizes that he needs to get this guy, even though he probably has a broken rib, you're going to limp on along. This guy's going to tackle you literally out of nowhere. He just pulled a Houdini. And it'll trigger another cutscene. This is where you then have to grab the knife that he took off you in an earlier cutscene. And you're going to have to smash the X button. This is pretty much the end of the game here, guys. You're then going to grab him. That's going to trigger another cutscene. You're going to cut his knee. And it's up to you whether or not you want to kill him or not. So that's my overall score, 9,400 and whatever. Now, this was my first playthrough right here that I cut to, where I unlocked all the achievements from this playthrough that I've been showing you, my Splinter Cell Perfectionist playthrough. I think I got 4 or maybe 5 achievements here. But click the Philly 215 watermark in the bottom right hand corner, guys. I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. And yeah, it's Philly 215, guys. Until next time. Peace!